Hey, what's going on, everybody? How everybody doing? Hope everybody's well, having a good day, etc. Um, First, I want to thank you all my family, my friends, associates, for your love and support, and I guess being who you are. I really appreciate you, and it's a humbling experience to have that much love to give and to receive. I'm humbled. A lot of you have followed my life since the beginning of my journey, not just of my second birth, and noticed that it has been a task, nevertheless. But I still stay optimistic and I get through it. Um, how can I say this? My acts of perseverance and strength and humility is shown quite a bit through my actions and through my faith. And it seems like I'm often reminded by the Creator to let me know that He's got my back. And I have to sometimes show humility to know if it's a sign or if it's telling me something. Sometimes it's hard to see, but nevertheless, I still go. Well, one of those things one of those moments happened very recently. And I say very recently, I want to say a week ago. Well, it started with, I usually go to the doctor once a year to get a checkup, make sure everything is good. And that includes my cardiologist, rheumatologist for the lupus, nurse practitioner, for everything else, other stuff. So I try to keep up, with my health. I recently went to the doctor, I want to say Sunday. Not Sunday, but in the beginning of the year, probably March. And she checked, my levels and everything. And she saw that one of my levels was a bit elevated. So she sent me back. She said, this is a bit elevated, so it's not like dangerously elevated, but I want you to go get checked out, refer you to a urologist, etc. So I said, okay, cool. So I scheduled for the urologist. Your urologist had me go for an MRI of my prostate. The MRI of my prostate, it happened, and then they said, okay, since it saw 4 lesions on my prostate. So what they did was, he said, okay, since we saw the lesions, what we're gonna do, we'll perform a prostate biopsy. Very uncomfortable, but nevertheless, it had to be done. And he said it should be about a week before we get results. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a long week, However, it didn't take a week for the results to come back, and it usually come back to me, like on my chart. So when the results came back, I saw it, and I'm like, what does this mean? My wife works for James Cancer Hospital, and she knows, and she's been in medical for about 10 years, so she knows a lot of medical lingo and what some things mean. So she looked at it and looked at it funny, and I'm like, oh crap, because I'm looking at these things too, and I don't know what it means. Yes, I googled some stuff to find out what that words means and stuff, and came to find out that I have prostate cancer. Go figure. So I start to panic. Anxiety started to come, ears started to get warm and everything, and but my doctor, the urologist, didn't call me right back after they got it, because I guess he was in surgery, so I wasn't able to talk to him till yesterday. But my wife, when she found out, she jumped on it. She called directors, she called surgeons, or whoever she knew at her hospital, and jumped on it and got me to be seen. I'm like, wow. But yeah, the doctor finally called me, urologist called me Tuesday and confirmed that yeah, I have prostate cancer. He also began to tell me that I have it but we call it in the early stages. I don't mean late stages, in the early stages. And he said that's a good thing. He said another good thing is that it was another reading, something about approval, something, but the reading basically said that it's not likely to spread, so that's also a great thing. So we got that taken care of, so I ended up calling, the doctors from OSU ended up contacting me. We got an appointment scheduled up on the 19th, and so the urologist that performed it, I told him my wife said, yada yada about here and everything. He said, well, I want to refer you to two doctors. One of the doctors, ironically, was one of the doctors at OSU who wanted to see me anyway because of it. So, I never thought it would happen to me, of course. But it ended up happening that once again I gotta have my my prostate removed. First I was like, what that's gonna mean? One of the things they said, of course, you won't be having any more babies anymore. I'm like, fine, my wife don't want any more babies anyway. We got that fixed anyway. But so I just be having a schedule, having a consultation, and then a schedule for my removal surgery and things. So that's one of the things that happens in my life, and I'm grateful that the Creator put it on the nurse practitioner, put it on her heart and put it on her spirit and in her mouth, and let the spirit guide her and say, tell me to get it checked out. And the fact that I got it checked out early was nothing but the Creator. So a medical public announcement: men, especially black men, get checked up at least once a year. Get a checkup. Make sure you're good. You don't want to wait till it get too late, but get a checkup. Your blood work, all those things that'll come ahead. Trust me, you won't regret it. Every year. Nobody say you gotta do it all year, but just once a year, get it checked out. So that's all I wanted to share with you for now. I share more with you on my journey as it goes, but it's part of my life. All right, again, I love you all. I pray you all the best. Be easy on your journeys. Stay optimistic even when it sometimes look gloomy. Stay loving, even if it's, of course, you're not around anybody, loving yourself. Keep going. I'll be with you every step of your life. I love you all. Y'all take care now.